Hey guys, my name is Nora Franche, and welcome to the podcast Grateful Blessed Mess, daily reflections for those in the 12 steps. I am a fellow 12-stepper and certified mindset coach, and I am here to introduce you to the value of mindset coaching in your 12-step journey. So if you feel like you are stuck in the steps, if you're slipping and sliding with your abstinence, mindset coaching may help you as it did me, and you can find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. These episodes are meant to invite you in to consider the truths of 12-step wisdom and to join in the very real struggle of living them in action. I hope that it feels almost like a mini meeting, and I invite you to contribute your own share on the Grateful Blessedness Facebook group to keep the discussion going. My comments are based on my own experience, so feel free to take what you like and leave the rest. But my hope is to encourage you on your own daily 12-step journey. As they say, you cannot stay clean on yesterday's shower. So without further ado, let's begin. Hey guys, we are reading from Daily Reflections, page 288, the reading for October 6th, Facing Ourselves. And fear says, you dare not look. That is from the AA 12 and 12, page 49. How often I avoided a task in my drinking days just because it appeared so large. Is it any wonder, even if I have been sober for some time, that I will act the same way when faced with what appears to be a monumental job, such as a searching and fearless moral inventory of myself? What I discover after I have arrived at the other side, when my inventory is completed, is that the illusion was greater than the reality. The fear of facing myself kept me at a standstill, and until I became willing to put pencil to paper, I was arresting my growth based on an intangible. This is something that coaching does that is so helpful, is that it makes you state what it is you are afraid of in very clear, plain language. That's like a tool that we use with our people. And it's so funny because often we aren't even able to state right away what we're afraid of. Like, what's the worst case scenario, or what are you afraid will happen? And a lot of times it's like, I don't know. And then to be able to put it into words and to almost quantify what it is you are vaguely fearful of makes it more manageable, makes it less scary, and makes it something that you can then come up with a plan, a workable plan to start to work through or walk alongside with or overcome. And I did want to try to find the quote that they use here. Yeah, I found it in the AA 12 and 12, so page 49, as they said in the quote. And let's see. Here we go. It's the last paragraph on the page. And I just want to read it because I think the interaction between a person's thought processes here are really funny and so relatable. And it says this. So when AA suggests a fearless moral inventory, it must seem to every newcomer that more is being asked of him than he can do. Both his pride and his fear beat him back every time he tries to look within himself. Pride says, you need not pass this way. And fear says, you dare not look. And I love that. I love that because is that not every single one of us? Where we have these parts of ourselves who are like, no, nothing to see here. We're doing fine. Please go the other way. There's absolutely nothing here, as they kick it under the carpet, right? Nothing to see here. We've got this under control. Everything's fine. Thank you for coming, officer, but there's no disturbance. Okay? And that's what we want to be the truth. That's what these manager parts in our mind say is the case, that we've got this all figured out, that we're all buttoned up, that there's nothing here that can cause shame. And then there's this other part of us that's a little bit more raw and vulnerable, that, fear. And it says, don't look, because it knows there's something hard underneath there. And so we have these different parts at play that often can be very convincing, either that we have nothing to look at, and that is just our pride, but it's there to protect us from the pain of seeing what's under the carpet. And then there's fear, who knows there's stuff under the carpet, but is like putting up a huge battle of, don't look, it's too painful, we're gonna die. And the thing is that once we do look, and then once we can put it into words and describe it, just like the fear we were talking about, it's not as bad. Once we finally start to face something instead of burying it, denying it, pretending it's not there, or just avoiding it, all of a sudden we actually relax a lot more internally, because now it's like, oh, thank God I don't have to pretend anymore. Like there's just this inner part of us that wants to be able to release that burden of pretending, and so badly wants to be able to like join God in the reality of what is. And it's not fair for us to let those parts of ourselves keep working these jobs that aren't good for them and aren't good for us. But it is hard. It hurts. It's scary. And that's why it's so valuable to have someone guiding you, leading you, encouraging you, knowing people who've gone before you to let you know that you can come out on the other side. And if you do what they did, you will come out on the other side. So hold on to that and do the work, but little by little, day by day, moment by moment. With that, I pass. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you feel that mindset coaching could help you on your 12-step journey, please feel free to reach out and find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. This is not a replacement for 12-step work. This is something outside of the 12 steps. It is simply something that has a heart for the 12 steps and those who are in it. And so, welcome. If you are here, chances are you may also be a bit of a mess, and I hope that you can learn to find some gratitude in the blessings that have come from your messes.